All right, good morning, everyone. Morning, afternoon. I don't know when you guys watch these. Thanks for tuning in. Either way, we got a workout we're going through. We're going to do Fridays. Last Friday's always an athlete. So on the agenda, we have a neural prep warm up. Then we'll go into our trap bar shrug pull. This is our first power series. Trap bar shrug pull paired with box jumps with a pre-hop. Now I don't have the ability to do a box jump in here, so I might do band resisted jumps because the bands pull me down to make sure I don't hit the ceiling. And then I also am going to do, maybe, it depends, I might do a drop jump instead. The idea of a box with a pre-hop jump is that the pre-hop allows you to hit the ground with a contact. The key thing is that plyometric contact. So a pre-hop box jump, I'm like standing here, and I hop and I jump and I land on something. If I'm good enough at editing videos, I'll put that in here. If not, it'll just be me standing here pretending like there's a video of me doing a pre-hop box jump there. But the idea is it initiates the movement with a ground impact. After those two, I'm going to do, it says Bulgarian split squat and band assisted cycle jumps. Now I'm going to swap that out. I'm going to do my Bulgarians on the my machine. I don't have my split squat stand. It's at a different facility. And so I'm going to maybe do an RDL, like a modified split squat just from the ground. So not Bulgarian, the back foot won't be elevated. And then band assisted cycle jumps. I'm not going to do those band assisted. I might do forward bounds on the Exergenie instead, or I might do some variation of a lunge. The idea of a cycle jump is you're alternating between legs because you're jumping and switching in the air. But you're working on that contract, relax aspect. So a lot of the movements I have, if a trap bar shrug pull, paired with a box, pre-hop box jump. The shrug pull is pure power. There's no impact there. Then a pre-hop box jump, we go from open chain in the air, we hit the ground, jump as high as we can, that plyometric impact and jump. So, boom, hit the ground and go. It's that quick contract, relax cycle, paired with a more traditional power movement. The Bulgarian split squat, a more traditional lift, paired with something that is cyclic in nature, working on coordination, timing, and rhythm of the movement. So when I make that swap, I understand those. So that's what I'm going to do here today, and we'll see if I do the accessory work based on time. I do want to share this with you really quick. So I had an interesting tweet, an X, what are they? I don't know, I'm sure what they call it nowadays. And it was from Lucas Quinn tweeted this. He said, "I'm not convinced S&C and sports science are as important as we think. We can't even agree on the measurements, even on what measurements even lead to performance outcomes that matter or improve skill. I'm not convinced counter movement jumps and our data even tell us much about sport performance." And that's pretty true. But I messaged, kind of quote tweeted back at him. Great guy. I had a podcast with him. You can check it out. And I said, look, like I totally agree with that. It does fall short, but that's how it works though, because it's performance potential metric. It's looking at your physical potential abilities, not your like acute abilities. I'm gonna move this mic. Not your sorry. It's your performance potential ability, like how high you could jump. Doesn't tell you exactly how you're gonna jump in a game. It's potential. Let me know if this mic is better down here. I can keep the mic in different spots. I had it up here because it's easier to stand, but then I watched a video and I said, maybe that's a little too quiet. I don't know. So let me know as I move this mic around. I apologize. This is not the highest quality production setup in the world. We're a small, lean startup here. Now my ADD brain's all over the place, so let's get back to it. And I responded back to him, people confuse sports science with data science. Essentially, sports science is not applied statistics. Sport is the event that you perform in. Science is a systematic study. Sports science is what all coaches should try to understand, the science of what you're trying to accomplish to be more effective. I think coaches get so lazy and go, that's my sports science department. They do the science of a sport. Well, what do you do then? If they do the science, are you just making stuff up? Like if you're a head basketball coach and you have a sports science department, are you the coach not very scientific? Are you just like, oh, I'm guessing, I guess. I'm just going to make things up. Because if you're not doing the scientific method, you're admitting, if you have a department that does the scientific method, what is your department doing? The guess method? The I hope method? The roll the dice and let's see what works out method? It's so silly. Sports science isn't a thing. or it's the only thing. Science is the thing. How you apply that science to sport is whatever. People confuse data science and sports science and so on. So what happens is I want to understand how the lower body works. I might measure its maximal force producing potential. I do an isometric mid-thigh pull. I have one small piece of evidence associated with this big puzzle piece. So think about this big puzzle. We're trying to solve a 100-piece puzzle. An isometric mid-thigh pull might only cover 15 of those 100 puzzle pieces. Of course, it's never going to tell you the entire picture. But it's also not to say it's not important part of that picture. It's just a piece of it. In the same way, it's one of many ingredients that go into a dish to make a pizza. There's no one ingredient that makes the pizza. All the ingredients go into the pizza, and together they form the pizza. You can't say, this is the pizza ingredient. In the same way, the isometric mid-thigh pull is never going to tell you that much about performance as a whole. It's a small piece of it. So you have an aggregation of evidence and accumulation of it for you to make an important, or not hopefully important, a specific decision. And so I think a lot of times people get confused and think, if I just crunch numbers, and I do isometric mid-thigh pulls and sprints and stuff, and I run the analytics, and then I say, okay, well, these got better, so my athletes got better. Remember, it's only 15 of those 100 puzzle pieces, only 15%. So you might be optimizing 15%, but of that optimization, you're only creating 60% change of a thing that only is responsible for 15% of the performance outcome. So if you're only changing 60% of something that only influences the whole macro output by 15%, you're really not changing much at all. So it's not invaluable, it's just not weighted appropriately. And that's my whole debate and beef with all this stuff, is that we've zoomed in so far that we've missed the entire picture, at least the entire application, because hopefully if you're a smart coach, like a basketball coach, a head coach, you realize that the people who are trying to optimize these performance metrics, this 15%, you can take that methodology and use it to your offense, and you can have it work synergistically and blah. I don't want to go down that path here, but it's just to give some explanation to my tweet. Whatever, we're not going to dive into that any further. Let's just go work out. We're going to get after it, try and be less old today, a little more athletic. Let's get it. When it comes to warming up, I've talked about this before, I'm not super picky at all. I just like to do movements that get my body ready. A couple of things I think about when I do any warm-up is I want to move side to side. I want to move front to back. I want to challenge my ability to know where I am in space. And I want to do stuff that's rhythmic and coordinated. If I just do the same thing every time, first off, it's kind of boring. But secondly, I might not be exposing myself to the movements that I'm going to be challenging myself in during the actual workout, because not every workout is the same thing every time. So you want to get yourself moving. So I'm going to take you through some stuff here in a second. I'll show you really quick. So I'm going to use this rope on the ground because it's here. And there's two things you can add to your warm-up. Really simple. You can do something for speed, how fast your nervous system goes. That's part of the neural prep warm-up. I'll show you guys part of the Always an Athlete team, but I'll just demonstrate why it's important here. You can do something so for speed, how fast things go, quickly you can contract. So how fast I can move, quick. The next one is for distance. So how quick I can go over the line, and maybe how much distance I can start to cover. Outputs. So again, speed, distance, speed, distance. Now in our neural prep, get my phone real quick. So I have it on there. I have two of these versions here. We're going to try and get our system firing as fast as we can. A lot of breath from that. So I have here, let's see the two exercises are. Cool, that's what I thought. We have a high knee rev up, which is high knees. We're going to go, and when I go, I'm going to go as quick as I can. So, rev up, and then hit, and down, fast as we can. The next one is a sprinter, co-contractions, a bounce, quick, quick, quick. Not very fast. Got to be faster. So those are two good ones. Now for the CNS, we're going to get into outputs in the workout, fast, 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 as well as, outputs as in distance, covers much ground, big force applied quickly. And then Not worry about huge force outputs, but just how fast can I get my nervous system going. I'm out of breath. If you do this, you'll start to like, it doesn't seem like a lot of work, but you really feel your body start to get rolling here. You hear my breath probably. I'm out of breath doing this. I'm in pretty good shape, to be honest with you. It's not like some cardio thing. It's tough to just go as fast as you can for a couple of seconds. Here, high knees. And notice, by the way, the sound versus, that's not the same movement pattern. We want high knees and fast high knees. We don't just want to get here and slam our feet in the ground and no longer get in the high knee position. For those two movements, high knee rev up and quick. I'm not jumping up. I'm just quickly switching my feet, not up to switch. Quick, 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 quick. That's how we do it. Okay, we got some shrug pulls today. Now, because it's shrug pull, not a jump, we're going to go a little bit heavier. My ribs feeling a little better, so we'll give this a go here. And after this, we're going to do our jumps. I'm going to do about 4 sets. I'm going to count the first set as kind of a warm-up. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to go too fast in this first one. Just kind of ease into it, see how it feels in the rib. Nice and tall. Use your legs. Not bad. Kind of overthinking it a little bit, kind of being a weenie about it. It happens when you're hurt sometimes. You kind of don't really think about it. Let's see how this feels. That was better. Just let it go, Max. Pretty good. So I don't have a box to jump on, but I can actually put my hands on my hips and do the same pre-hop jump. If I don't have my arm swing, sometimes if I jump my arm swing, my shoulders will hit this. I'll jump too high. Oh darn, bad thing. So I'll do hands on hips, and we'll do 2 reps to 3 reps here, get warmed up, see how it feels. So, 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Our shrug pulls, I'll just do my jumps right here, so you guys can see it all. Cool angle. So we're going to shrug pulls, not fatigue, and just try to be powerful. Initial drive position. Initial drive position. Not rushing it off the floor, just being explosive. £225 moving easy. Oh, there are jumps. Let my hands go a little bit. We'll see how this feels from the ribs. 1. We'll do 3 jumps. 2. Quick. Not bad at all. Let's go. So I've never actually hit my shoulder on these when I have like a quick knee bend. So I can do it if like I really like dig and get low and try to go as high as I can. So I'm trying to be a little faster here. I'm actually getting kind of close, so we'll see. Sometimes when you don't eat enough carbs the day before, we drove a lot yesterday, you can feel it in your workout. And you get that like really high heart rate going, combined with lots of coffee. It's probably not a great mix, so I have that right now. Fun fact, it's a great thing to avoid just by eating enough carbs. Like I said, we drove a lot yesterday, and when we drive a lot, I don't eat as much. Just, I'm not really hungry. But you always forget that even though you're not hungry, you might work out, I don't know, less than 12 hours from now. And that's one of the issues with thinking about the sleep cycle as like these distinct things. Or if we sleep, it's a new day. What we did the day before doesn't matter. Incorrect. So when that happens, you gotta make sure you just take enough rest between your sets. Right now, adding rest by talking to you guys on a camera. Let's go get the jumps in. I'm trying to do it anyway. I should be able to high is that? Not too high. Quick. Taking this quick. Never done it quick off the ground. Hit my shoulder on it. Fast. Oh, I'm right there. I am right there. I know I can do this. Come on. I know I can do this. Quick. Powerful. How did I miss? How did I miss? Oh, I'm right there. I could, like, so, fun fact. If I can hit my shoulder on that, I'm really jumping pretty well. That's normally like with a big arm swing. If I'm just like doing quick, hitting this, that's a very good plus. Means I'm jumping higher, maybe higher than I ever have before. I can get this one right here. I know I can. Come on, Max. Jump fast and high. Next time. I'll get it next time. All right, here we go. Pump the crowd up. Last set. I can do this. 2 or 3 jumps. I'm only going to do 2 jumps, I think. That's all I need. Might just get on the first one. Just got to jump through that. Tap my shoulder on it. This one's it right here. This is it. Oh, how did I miss it? Am I really not that close at all? I'm probably going to watch this back on the camera and realize I'm like 10 feet away. No, I can do this. Last one. Screw that, I'm doing that. Come on. Yes. Let's go. Now you heard it. My Bulgarian split squat substitute. So I'll just basically be doing a regular split squat on this guy here. So I will do a little more of a hinge dominant because you get that position in Bulgarian split squat. Over here, I'll step through. It's kind of like a Bulgarian. Sometimes I start my foot back here to pretend. I'll just come up. I think it's a good Bulgarian substitute. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. You can grab higher handles, by the way. It's kind of nice if you're not comfortable in certain positions. I kind of like sometimes these higher positions. So that's my Bulgarian substitute. Basically Bulgarian split squat, but not. Kind of, but not really. Do band assisted cycle jumps, but I'll just do regular cycle jumps because if I do band assisted, I'll hit the ceiling. Just here, up, 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 up. Just like that. Like a couple less reps. Because band assisted would be a little easier, but you get the idea. Up, 1, 2. So up, 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 up. Very good. That's gonna be the workout. That's our always an athlete. We have accessory work. We have hamstring curls seated and dumbbell power-ups. I'm not gonna film those here. I might do my lane hamstring curls over there. I have a machine for it. And for dumbbell power-ups, I might just do like a TKE because I don't have a high enough box for it. If you guys are interested in programming, check it out. Hope you guys like these videos that I've been making. I'm trying to stay in camera here. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. Good workout. I really enjoy it. As a former athlete, I think this kind of training's really fun to try and challenge ourselves athletically still, even though we're past our playing days. So I appreciate you guys as always. Hope you guys find some value in these workouts. If you have comments or questions, let me know, and I hope you enjoy. Take care. See you guys.